Let's see. I'm gonna go draft view. Sure. Because we did a one draft there. I want to pace ourselves on those resources. Oh, I did both actually. I re-rolled both because I was on early this morning on both accounts. Look, I even have 2 wins on this account already today. So I played a little this morning. Yeah, we can do best of 3 here. My favorite basic lands are the unhinged full art. But yeah, let's do traditional. I like it. We're gonna start it. I'm almost certain not to finish this unless we really bomb out quickly. But let's start. Let's do a traditional. And a little late on the plug here, but I do want to thank my sponsor, Card Kingdom, as we start this traditional 2020 draft. They are purveyors of Magic gear, and you can check them out on my affiliate link down below, or you can go to cardkingdom.com. They have singles, sealed product. They buy, they sell, they take store credit bonus for some of the purchase. If you want to flip your old stuff into new stuff, get yourself to Card Kingdom and check out their amazing buy prices in particular. Yeah, this is also, we're here on the paid account, which I'll adjust down here. And that means we don't have to rare draft or even really consider gem drafting at all. So we can go ahead and take the murder, which is better than this difficult to use rare, but been beaten by this. If they get to 5 green sources, you're kind of doomed. But yeah, let's take murder. Bloodthirsty Aerialist after the murder seems a little better than the Leafkin Druid. We could take a Corpse Knight, but I've never really played black-white and I'm not looking to like get to it. I'd rather just take the Aerialist and stay open. Leafkin, I think, is stronger than Shaman. Black-green is acceptable. And I like it more than the Saddle. Saddle's okay, but I think it's a little... It's been... I'm down on this, I think, relative to the community, it feels like. I think the community has this higher than I do. All right. He knows. Vaporkin's well aware. Dionysus, don't even give him the attention, please. Just move on. Unless you are Vaporkin. So here's another Druid. Elemental is very strong. So is this one. I wouldn't be against letting go of these two if the elementals really start to flow. Do you really pivot to Boreal here, though, when you have a second Leafkin? I think we just take a second Leafkin. Even if we pivot to elementals, we'll be happy to have a second Leafkin. Yeah, a lot of elementals here, including the excellent Brawler. I'm going to take the Leafkin. Let's see. Blue-black may be better than black-green, but so far we're getting paid off by not pivoting to blue because there's been no blue since that pick. We can take a champ here. Dionysus, I don't know if you're trolling or what, but I'm, here, you can think about why you're gone. Yeah, Lavakin's still going late. We can take the Lynx or Paradise. We have two Druids. If we take a Paradise, we're really got the ramp going. But yeah, red seems like maybe it's been open, but I'm not going to pivot to red for any of these three. Maybe I should have, but I liked where we were headed here. I'm going to take Gift here. You know, you can actually suggest Lynx if the Lynx is in the pack. Yeah, I'm going to take Gift. Splinters. None of this stuff is super relevant. I could take the Aeronaut even over this stuff. You can take a big boy, but in case red is just wildly open, I'm actually going to take the Aeronaut. Yeah, I know, but we want better ramp. We're not going to... I'm risking it. It's early. It's mid-pack 1. I'm not taking a bad, or at the very least, mediocre 6-drop when we're in green. We're in green. I want much better 6s than this. So I'm going to take a little hedge in case we decide to move in this direction. We could take Epicure. We have a Gift, but nah. I'll take Raptor here over Healer. We could also take Rift. This is best of 3. Maybe I take Rift. I'm going to take Rift. Rift for the side. I don't like main decking Rift, but if you are clearly in a board stall matchup, if we get black-green versus black-green, I'm absolutely bringing in the Rift. Could do another Aeronaut hedge. Yeah. I still think this is unlikely, but I didn't see anything there, you know, worth picking up. Sorcerer is fine, but it's barely a loss. I don't want to play the Sorcerer. I feel badly when I end up with the Sorcerer in my deck, so that's why I made that pick. We went 1-3, unfortunately, in the first go-round. See if we can even take Dragon here. Bail on the black or just splash. Like we did not see. We opened on Murder, then we took an Aerialist. We took a Splinters, which goes super late. Saw no other black, and actually saw decent red late. So probably just need to take the Rabid Bite here because we know we're green, even though our green itself isn't that amazing. So we'll take the Bite and maybe wheel the Mutt. But I'm looking at this Dragon. Dragon's tempting. But Bite is just almost guaranteed, so it makes sense. But I don't feel like we could go Air Elemental for all it mattered, you know? We got no blue and black got cut hard. But we could take Thief here and just lean back towards the black. I couldn't see taking the Dragon when we had such a great card in our known color. What do you think here, though? I think it's Thief, or I guess you could argue, nah. If we're taking, I think I like Thief, or possibly even exploring Air Elemental. The Spider is also possible, I suppose, but I think Thief has too much upside. Just take the shock. We take it. We have Gift. Let's not be overzealous in our pursuit of the reef. You really would? Let's see. We do have 2 druids. That's it. Oh, we have Thicket Crasher. All right, 3 elementals early in the pack. We'll take it. See where it goes. Another Rabid Bite is great. That. Scorpion goes decently with the double bite. Take that. Spitfire. Yeah, Spitfire is doing some funny things in Constructed right now, but I don't think we take it here. Yeah, we could be Teamer Elementals. We're not... Maybe we should. Maybe we're not that far off from it. I mean... What's the cost? The cost of taking Spitfire is that we don't have a Raptor. There's no other good cards. Okay. We'll take it. I don't think we're going to play it. There's just no... The cost is just so low. The cost is a Retributive Wand or a Wolfkin Bond. We could take the Tracker as a solid playable in green, but this supports a possible pivot into Teamer and supports the Reef in that case. So we'll take it here. There is a salvage, though. That's a great point. If we're grown-ups, we probably just take the salvage. Cliffs jumped out at me because of the Teamer bent in my head. But if we get rid of this and acknowledge that these are actually kind of mediocre, you know, these are even mediocre. We thought the Spitfire on spec or whatever. I'll be an adult. I'll leave this in case we do want, you know, if we get another Gifts, we can do a lot of splashing. We get like a Gifts in an Evolving Wilds. I like the pick. I think we made the grown-up pick. We could take Blood Burglar or another salvage. A little low on 2s, but we do have 2 druids. Healer is good with the Reef and helps the Aerialist, but I don't think it being good with 2 cards makes it worth being the pick here. I take Soul Salvage. We'll get 2s. And sure, I don't think we're ever playing an axe, but maybe. Skeleton is fine. Skeleton wears an axe all right. Here's a Sorcerer I could take, or we could take a Natural End for the board. I guess I'll take this Sorcerer, though. Aerialist is a good reason to pick up Burglars. Yeah, we'll get them in the future. Cavalier of Flame makes us question everything. Blood for Bones is more responsible. It is triple red. Blood for Bones is fine. All right. We'll be grown-ups. No. It was fun to stare at, but it wasn't realistic. We may rather splash the red than the blue, though, at this point. And in terms of black-green, there's only Boneclad and Feral, so I kind of like Chandra here. Let's take the double shock.
So many new worlds. So many opportunities to get lost.
This figure here jumps out. Maybe this is our Blood Burglar opportunity. This might wheel, though, and we can take a gift. What are we ramping to? Now I want that 6-drop back. I figured we'd have better ramp targets by now. Yeah, I think we take gift here. Oof, if I'd known that, I wouldn't. You can take this land. Try to wheel this skeleton. Yeah, that's what I just acknowledged. We're not really ramping anything yet, which is super unfortunate. Cliffs, just take the shock. I don't think we're seasoning either, though. Like, what? We don't even have the... We have... Well, I guess we have 2 rapid bites. We don't have to be 4 colors. I don't think we're playing the reef anymore. Two bites does suggest the growth could work. All right, we'll try it. We have the 2 bites. And we can play this, but I actually like Blade Brand better as a Season of Growth targeter. We could take the backwater and consider bringing back in reef playability, or just another Bone Splinters. But I don't think the reef does enough for us to even worry about bringing it back in at this point. Seems like too late to get in on relevant bow action. And I don't think I want a second Fang. Barely want the first. Got a lot of playables. I'll take the bow since this is best of 3. If it were not best of 3, I'd take the Fang, but since it's bow... Alright, here's an Abomination we'll grudgingly ramp to, I suppose. Another Blade Brand. Suppose we could bring that in the board if we needed to. Oh, I don't think we're playing the Spitfire. It was just in as a possible splash. I mean, Chandra does something with it, I suppose. Not playing the Axe. Probably can drop this Sorcerer. Pretty doing a lot at 2 now. Maybe 1 Salvage out. Raptor out. Cure out. 10 creatures, 14 non-creatures. Oh, we're just going off with this. Yeah, cut a gift for sure. No, I think we need to cut the gift. Oh boy. Not great. Maybe we'd bring back in. I don't think we can cut the 6. We're not cutting any creatures. What we got to do is figure out what creatures we're adding back. While you debate the final moves here for a second, I'll be right back to finish off this deck and figure what final changes we want to make. Hold on. Lots of interesting chatter out there about what to do about this. We call this a train wreck. It's not a good draft. We're definitely not cutting season. We're going to try to get value out of Blade Brand and Rabid Bite with it. When we have a weak deck like this, I'm especially willing to both scry our garbage away and try to get lucky with sequencing season into some targeting stuff. We could cut Chandra and Gift. The splinters are poor, but Sanitarium Skeleton says that's okay. We might not want two, but we definitely want one. Definitely want one. We do need more creatures, so let's look at what bringing in more creatures looks like. Kind of like the cut the splash plan. Wow, I've had a pretty good relationship with my mute button because I learned out kind of where to press it, but it really failed me there. I tried not to be muted. Anyway, I was saying that I'm reticent to lose the second splinters just because this deck feels so bad to me that I want to take some risks. That's the problem, right, Dave? Is it? Like, I don't know how we're winning. How do we actually win? Like, we just have to... This is why I'm playing Season of Growth and the Rabid Bites. Like, one way we win is we get Season of Growth down and then Rabid Bite Blade Brand goes off. You know, like... Mind Rot? I don't see Mind Rot, but maybe Raptor. I think just Raptor. Let's try this. I'm going to use Disfigure as the card image because he's kind of like face palming. And then he forgot. It's like, he went, ugh. Oh, I forgot my hand is hot. Damn it. We're running the Highlands for the Aerialist trigger. It's narrow, but because the cost is just a tapped forest, I think it's narrowly worth it. And may want to go like this. Was it letting us choose our... I just want another one of these. Don't make me choose. Oh God, that's the worst. Twice double black on 3. True. We also have 2 Leafkin Druids. That's why I was leaning into the green. Wow, Strionic Resonator on their first sub. Well, I appreciate you very much for making that sub. Glad you're liking the channel. 16 lands. Nah, not going to do that either. I'm going to run with this. Let's play. Enough of this. I only really consider us having a single card that's double black on 3. Kutaski thinks we should favor swamps rather than forests. I really don't want to not be able to cast my Leafkins on 2, though. Sorry, I'm gonna keep it that way because of the Leafkin theory. Now I'm sure I'll get totally slammed and will be desperate for a second swamp with an aerialist in hand or whatever. But I'm playing to the sure thing, the most certainty around turn 2 leaves. No, like, Reset Press is asking, have they ever discussed the total monetary cost of creating a set at WotC? There's so many moving parts that I don't know if anybody has broken down the costs in that specific way. They could probably dissect the numbers and come up with an estimate if that's the number you were looking for. And I bet they have a good idea of those individual teams, but it's not like something that's a common thing that's talked about in a studio or anything. Train wants me to play Bite for an extra point of damage. I'm going to pass on that. Counterspell, possible. We're going to go ahead and let him untap. Certainly there was a pause there, but they have the Inquisitor, so that could have been Moreland Inquisitor activation mana. I'm not going to disfigure the Inquisitor since we're about to conceivably blanket with a creature and then follow up blanket with another creature. We'll see if they play something with 2 toughness here that's maybe up in the air that is more important for us to disfigure. Not great, Bob. But we can try to set up a place where we look like we're trying to trade 4-4 for 4-4 and then disfigure the Splicer. We're going to crash here. If we have to take 4, that's fine. We might even try to block it. We'll see what they do. We'll try to trade regularly, but also I worry about befuddle and other ways to make a block pretty disastrous. But maybe we try that first, and then the fancy play I described could be our backup plan. I didn't, Dionysus. It put them in for me. They're forcing me to be flavorful, apparently. I could prevent 4 with a skeleton block here, but I'm going to wait. We don't need to do that yet. Looks like there were adjustments to the bots with this update, but I didn't notice anything glaring. Tough to know what's changed. We do have like a 3-spell turn if we want to go Champ, Bite, Disfigure. But I think we go, I think we play the Epicure. And we'll see what they do. If they continue to attack in... Oh, wait. We may chump with the skeleton here. Yeah, the bots are never going to be perfect. They're too static. No matter how they change them, it creates a new puzzle to solve. Did they not attack? What did I miss? I looked away for a second, and then they didn't attack. Oh, protecting, sure. That makes sense, too. I just kind of got a little distracted there. Well, we can now flip the script here. Rabid Bite the Golem. Disfigure the Inquisitor and send all at the Planeswalker. And then at least if we get one through for sure, and then if they want to make the elemental, it costs them at least their whole Planeswalker. So yeah, we'll use Thicket Crasher for the bite for sure. They'll probably throw the Splicer in front so they get at least a 4/4 out of it. I certainly would.
I'd respond better to kindness.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's some pretty good defense. We could suicide a Champ to get 3 in. Champ really isn't doing much else. I think we gotta go for it. You got a Planeswalker making us throw resources away because it's better than facing a 4/4. That's the power of a good Planeswalker right there.
Learn some respect.
How dead are we?
And it will offer assistance.
Roller coaster, man. From crushing great decks to crushingly bad decks. Well, we had seasonal growth, so we weren't truly Dobbs. We could have gone bite into spider, you know? Or we don't have a spider. That was the last deck. Well, they couldn't beat us that turn, so it was necessary if they just wanted to not give us a draw step. I think Oppo made the right choice. we can kind of expect them to have things like Inspiring Charge anyway. It's not like we would have ruled that out if they hadn't played it there or something. No improvements you see. Especially blue-black, we're not having a lot of things die, so the soul salvage doesn't get any better. We could play another splinters since blue-black, or sorry, blue-white. Blue-white's removal is all very much enchantment-based, so there's that. We could do that. If we did that, I might cut the sorcerer. Or the champ. Champ really doesn't do anything. I mean, it's just a 2/2, right? We don't have any token making, I don't think. So yeah, I think we'll do that. Yeah, Gecko Skin. We had decent removal for small stuff. And we just wanted consistency. Keep this. For those who missed it, we're keeping this in despite no red because we have life gain matters. It's not going to stop us from playing that as our first land or anything, but that's why. Bladebrand, Thicket Crasher, a nice combo. Or Bladebrand plus, sorry, Bladebrand plus Season is what I meant, and any creature. Our free-to-play draft today went poorly. We finished 1-3 and slunk away with tail between legs to the paid count for this draft. Thanks. Let's see.
I assist those humbled by the pursuit of knowledge. Do not challenge a raging river.
Deck was fine, I guess. Magic has a lot of variance, I guess, is our ongoing takeaway. I felt like we played pretty good. Maybe not good enough. We'll keep that. We have Skeleton Splinters next turn.
Ride the winds to victory.
We need them to not put anything much else on board here. If they fail to add to the board, we have a chance. Yeah, Bladebrand works well with Trample. Good point. Could be a Convolute, but we gotta try. If we get Skeleton Bone Splinters convoluted, we still have Bladebrand as a backup plan. Oh, yes. No convolute. Come on, let's have this work, please. No negate, no counter. Okay, okay.
My victory was washed away.
And we get to try a thief. I'm in. Well, this is going better. Let's see if we can untap with all this stuff still around. Wah wah. Well, we could get blown out by Unsummon, but we're going to make him have it. And we get the card either way. Now we're cruising. Sure. We'll take it. Can make an argument for getting the skeleton back here, but not a good one. We'll just play the druid. And we'll keep more creatures. Well, this is the... I was saying, look, the deck doesn't look great, so we're gonna do... We're leaning on powerful synergies, and we hope we draw stuff in the right order. We hope we draw Season of Growth before we draw our targeted stuff, you know? And we did. We're gonna drop a raptor here, though. Ooh, Abomination. Obama's Nation. We're gonna keep that. Sure. I'm just worried, like, they might kill that or whatever, but it's fine. Even if they do something, we'll get the mana for this soon enough. I know we can cast him now, but I don't know if we will be when we untap. But it's fine. Even if we don't, it's a reasonable keep. They haven't shown counters so far. This could easily get boned into Ash, but we're going to try. They didn't show counters before, but they've not had 4 up before. This is the first time they could have boned to Ashed us. All right. Well, I mean, we could do silly things with Blade Brand and Rabbit Bite killing the Wave Crasher, but I don't know if we need to. I guess they only got 2 cards left. It would draw us a bunch and give us a winning race. So let's do it. And we get Skeleton back for the second Bone Splinters. We're going to go ahead and splinter that, I think. Maybe we don't have to. Maybe I'll just use the skeleton as recursive blocking and wait until something that stops us in the air. Yeah, Norbert and I arriving at the same place. Just need to think about it for a second. But yeah, we're just going to use skeleton as chumper. Eternal Chump, Eternal Scry, and save Splinters for a real problem. Yeah, we don't even need to block and disfigure. We can save all of our removal for something else. Right now, a skeleton jumping in front of a captain is no big deal. And here we just get to disfigure and not use the bone splinters at all. We can even attack through it, but this is worth disfiguring. No, I think it does it. It rearranges the creatures on the board. We will go ahead and Sanitarium Skeleton, and we can Blade Brand the Skeleton. That's a fun little block trick. Scry doing work here, putting a lot of lands on the bottom. Or a lot. How many have we done? Yeah, 3. Save it. Yeah, we have bone splinters for a big flyer, though. And this draws us 2 cards, which will help us close out the game faster. So that's primarily why to do it is to try and get the cards out of it now. We get 1 for sure. If they kill the skeleton, we don't get the second. Get our thief back, ticket crasher back. Ooh, and we even have a thing to blood for bones now. Might just get our raptor back though. Well, we got the season ahead of all 4 of our targeted cards, so keep in mind we got the full enchilada this game off Season of Growth, and that's going to get you a lot of... I mean, that's why I said we're going to run Season of Growth, because it can steal us some wins if it comes out first. Yeah, we blood for bones. Is that an instant? No, of course it's a sorcery. No reason not to just do it now, though. So I want Thicket Crasher on the battlefield and Audacious Thief in hand. We cast that along with one of our ones. We'll keep Murder. And we want Skelly or Scorpy. Probably Skeleton. No, oh yeah, we can do both because of the, we have a mana dude. I forgot. Why not both? How many times do I need to tell you I want to keep the murder on top? Not sure what Oppo is holding. It could be a combat trick for all we know. Yeah, planar cleansing would be bad, but we do have soul salvage, so even that's not too bad. I don't know what you're talking about, Dionysus, no. Murder! Actually, I was doing that hastily to be funny, but I should think if we want to do this Splinters move instead. Doesn't really matter. I guess Skeleton gets us more damage right now. Summer murder. Summer let go. Oliver's got instructions, but he's a lazy teenager. Yeah, instant speed is a good point, but I like damage here. You got it. Small to the left, no problem, it's better. Could have salvaged, I suppose, but now I'm kind of waiting on whether this is good enough. It didn't get us back too much. Back, yeah, it just gets us back the anvil rot right now. Do this. Attack for all. If they want the scorpion, they can have it. We'll take 6. Yeah, I could scry. But it's not going to change much. Maybe we don't even have any pump. I think we're out of instance. Maybe not, but I think so. Did I have an opportunity to bottom the Leafkin? I think we just drew this. I never had a chance to bottom the Leafkin that I recall. I don't remember choosing to put a Leafkin on top. Well, if Cardi B keeps working hard, she can catch up to me. Oh, sure. That's all right. We're going to scry now instead and do another cool scry. Fathom Fleet. It's a creature. We'll keep it. Not going to play the Leafkin Druid, though. All right. Ship it. Yeah, looks like we're going to get one match. We have some dental appointments this afternoon and some other stuff to do, so I'm definitely not going to finish this one up. Probably going to finish this game and call it a stream. If you're dying for more content, don't forget my YouTube channel or my VODs. Go catch a day you missed sometime. I mean, I know there's only a handful of you out there who fail to catch every second of my live stream, but for those of you who fail to catch every second of my live stream, ... I'll brush. What I want is a dentist where I can sign a waiver and waive my rights to hear about the virtues of flossing. I want to sign a piece of paper that says I understand the value of flossing and no longer need it explained to me. I will make that choice on my own. Thank you. All right, growth bailed us out of game 2. Let's see if it bails us out of game 3. We're going to keep this. I'm pretty sure I'm projecting any judgment on myself. They're just doing their job by explaining that your teeth would be in better health if you flossed than if you didn't. It's just that I know that. I know that and I just don't need to hear it anymore. Do we have any double green? No, I'm gonna just open on a swamp, just making sure we weren't playing a troll or something. I didn't say I never floss, Dionysus. I said I don't need to hear about it.
Many have challenged me over the ages. None have prevailed.
More seriously, I may talk to them about a water pick. I don't like flossing and don't do it often. And if but if I had a water pick, I might do that. Maybe I'll look into that. Yeah, this is not great. Once again, trying to figure out how to beat a turn 3 Planeswalker. We don't want to force. We're going to risk. We got to find action. We need to find a way to kill this PW. All right, we need murder off the top here. Oh, even murder off the top no longer quite gets there. Blah. Well, we can play Soul Salvage or Blood for Bones. Or we can lose. I think we've basically now lost, like... And honestly, this is why I'm glad to be saying goodbye to War of the Spark. I don't like this dynamic just constantly. This constant Planeswalker dynamic.
The howling winds.
Ah, it's compliance, says medical professional. Interesting. Well, we've won one game against her. We beat her last game, but now we're being asked to do it again, and that's a pretty tall order. Right, this was an interesting game of Magic, except for the stupid Planeswalker. I mean, heck, even just give him a 4/4 and be done. But the fact that there's a 4/4 flyer and we're still dealing with the Planeswalker, like, we're screwed. I can't believe we managed to figure out a way around it last game. I don't think Mana Burn holds its own weight, but I am not going to argue too hard against you that Planeswalkers have definitely created a very specific play pattern that is not necessarily great. Here we're gonna try to take out the Weaponsmith. I don't know what's up, but it's not like we can just soak up damage forever here. Fazdog basically has ideas about how the bots could be better, and yeah, it just takes humans and time, and they don't necessarily want to give it those humans and time over other things, is the bottom line. I'm kind of looking at chat right now. Yeah, this is what we were doing with the Rugged Highlands. We might want to just play the Abomination first, though. Let's start with an Epicure attack and see what they're actually up to here. All right, chump there. So then, yeah, let's go Abomination. And we still need something to stop the flyer. The flyers that we're about to face. Flyers.
Humbled by the skies divine.
I'm with you, man, but you can't believe the list of priorities that they have on that project. I saw it before I left, and those things tend to get stuff added and not taken away. And there's lots of bitter infighting on the team about these kinds of things. It's like, it's just It can seem so ridiculous at how Wizards might prioritize things, but ooh, well, we're not dead. In case they block and trade with the Epicure, we're going to play this land now. And we're going to order our triggers, because that's my choice. This has not lifelink, so we got to keep it back for the chump. But what we do here now, well, first we see how they block. No, I changed an option. So now we have Anvil Rot Raptor plus Aerialist. Ultimately 1-for-1ing for one of the 4/4s, and then we have draws into killing the other one. So we're not completely dead here. Even that is not completely dead. Still just mostly dead, and unfortunately this makes it a 2-for-1, which is a real bummer. But we still kind of needed removal to not die to the other one anyway. If we get land, we don't quite have enough to replay it all. Look at us. Look at our championness. Now, what do we want to splinters, though? We might go, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 4 total, so we could pull back the Aerialist instead. And that's the smallest, so actually I think we want to very carefully get Aerialist and the other thing. And we have seen the freeze enchantment. They're at 19. On the one hand, we need to get them dead. On the other hand, sending 1 leaves us dead to any removal from them. Because Epicure is bigger. Epicure ends the game faster, was my thinking. Also, yeah, that's mainly it. Yeah, let's say no attacks, and we got to try and grind our way back to a better board presence before we just allow ourselves to lose to a single removal spell. Four, 5, 6, 7. We got 3 4-drops. I'm gonna go with the Raptor. Maybe, let's see. Gonna have to trade off the Abomination when they play the Captain, but that's okay. We can get the Abomination back off the Blood for Bones. I'm gonna do this, and maybe we find value out of the Fathom Fleet Cutthroat before the end of this game. We have, let's see, we took out our land auras that did life gain. All right, well now we are chumping. We could go... Actually, now we have to, I think what we do is we attack in. And then we have to... There's a chance that they just go ahead... I'm going to give them a chance to make a mistake here, is the bottom line. We're going to start by doing this, see if they are willing to make a mistake. They are not. That's what I expected. But now we get to Blood for Bones. And put 2 flyers out again. They don't... They're not going to have enough to kill it, though, unfortunately, with the captain. So, too bad. That was one of our only shots, is that they make a mistake on blocking, so we gave him a chance to make that mistake. Now we're in a spot where we just absolutely have to chump with one of our flyers, and I don't know what we find. I guess we're looking for murder. We still have removal in there. All right, well, we're gonna chump with Aerialist. And then super sadly, well, no, actually, never mind. We got to chump like this so that we can 1-for-1 down here. I liked your thought, Stephen, before the pacifism, but pacifism changed how we might be able to get out of this. Yeah. Well, still not dead, or dead. Just deady, dead. We're making him work for it, though. Playing to every one of our outs. We are scrapping at it. Just trying to hang on. Give us every little time chance. Just... I mean, that really didn't do anything. Now we're in super trouble. I don't know what we have to draw 2 cards anymore. We need 2 cards to stop this board, so... Certainly a single forest is not going to do it. I don't know, man. I don't know where I went wrong in that draft, or whether it's just Magic being Magic. I like how we played to our outs, though. We thought it through, tried to find extra turns. That's all you can do. Try to find extra turns to take. One more draw, please. One more out. And yeah, that was through a second turn 3 moo. We almost beat her twice on turn 3. Yeah. We're not out of this one yet, but I am going to call it a day now. Let's see who else is streaming today. Professor, Amazonian, Legend. But let's go say hi to Mobius, actually. Haven't rated him in a while, and he's on. I will enjoy my clean teeth. I do like the feel of a post-dental smooth tooth feel, you know what I mean? Suck it, press. Go tell it to your dentist. All right, we're gonna have the roller coaster will go back up tomorrow, I'm sure, and we'll win everything we touch. Hard to say. Thanks a lot for hanging, though. Give a shout to Mobius for me, and catch you tomorrow. I don't know how long we'll be streaming, and maybe I'll quit and come back later. I'll definitely be on at 9, at least to say hello. Maybe we'll play a match of this one, and then if it looks like I should just come back on later, we can talk about doing that. So, yeah, I think I'll do that. But, yeah, say hi to Mobius, and I'll check you tomorrow. See ya.